Patrocinada por la memoria con Camildo y
shows
amigos
the
del
situation
exterior.
on the protest. Most of the people were using helmet and shields. Shells? What is the word?
Church.
Shells. They were using shells, helmets, something for the gas, and some of them covering his faces because for sure, if the police is going to identify to you, you will be in a big trouble. Even this is legal because this is legal. The protest in Colombia is something legal, right? So this is the best situation. This is the best picture of the situation in the middle of the protest. They were blocking with shells,
Patrocinando la memoria
helmets,
por Siloé y
and these
domingo
things
12 de
for the
junio del
gas,
22.
and the police were really violent on some moment. We have a special police for the protest named SMAT. I don't see the picture because they use a black suit and they are really aggressive sometimes with the people. And for example, other situation that happens on the protest is that the police shot directly to the eyes of the young people. So more than 20 young people, they lost their eyes because the police shot him directly to the eyes. Even a lot of police went to the jail because technically they cannot shoot directly to the people. They have to shoot on this way, right, to the air, because the idea is the gas explodes the people, not shot directly to the people, right?
Continuamos con Patrocinando la memoria por Siloé con Camildo, hoy domingo 12 de junio del 22.
He was found really like a coat, looked like coat, and David went to the place and he took all this part from that border place and put it here in the museum. And now it's part of the museum. It's part of the history of Siloé. Because it was the last year, it was really recently. Okay, let's go on this way.
¿Contaste lo del policía?
Sí, the Ramos.
Ah, sí.
Let's go on this way. You can take pictures. Let's wait a moment.
¿Lo de las cucarachas o qué?
Tenemos que no meternos en paz. Owned by an Italian guy from Italy. So all the people from Siloé went to this house to watch some. It was the only connection with the world, actually, like maybe 30, 40 years ago. The only connection was the internet and the radio. Sorry, not the internet, the television and the radio. So everybody has to go to the house of this guy from Italy and check what is happening on the world. The first cell phone, big cell phone from Siloé. Remember, I don't know if you use one of these? No, I don't think so. You are younger than me. I use something similar. I use one of these. Something similar. This place, all the things that you are watching now, it was a gift to somebody of the community. So this place is building with a piece of every house and everybody give to the museum. This is part of the history of the minery. Remember that it was a minery place. So this is part of the history. Behind of you, we have picture of Siloé and the miner board, the miner working on this area. Almost all this neighborhood was built by the same community. Siloé is a British name and means sent from God, sent by God. This it was in all the countries. Yes, it was in all the countries. Yeah, that's power.
Siloé está en YouTube, Siloé está Museo Popular de Siloé, Patrocinando la memoria.
Really positive history. This is part of the positive history of Siloé. This is named Los Diablitos de Siloé. And it has a funny history. Like 100 years ago, a couple of miners, they were drinking alcohol and having fun at night. And the next day, they finished the money. So one of them had a good idea and say to the other, okay, we don't have money, but we was still drinking, right? So, okay, you take this mask, take this mask, take this mask, and we are going to play the drums, but not the drums, something like, what do you call the thing when you cook the rice bowl?
Yeah, pot.
Like a pot. He used a pot, play music with a drum, and they asked money on the street to the people. And the people gave them money, and this became a tradition. And they still the party. They're still having the party and having fun. So now, every year, since maybe October and December, we have young people who dress these clothes, use masks, play the original drums like this one now, and they ask for money all over the city, and they get good money just dancing and working in the streets. And this is a tradition in all the city now. And this is a really strong tradition. People love just watch when, for example, when you're a kid and you hit the drums, you go to the window because you want to give them a card. You are scared because you are scared that you're using demons, but if you are in home and you give, it's like for you, if you get the coins, you are safe, something like that. You know? So this is a tradition, really a strong tradition of Hopi and
Estamos en el Museo por de Siloé, Patronato de la Memoria con Cabildo.
Look this, they are cleaning, look there, what are they burning? It's a kind of, because remember that all the festivals is the opportunity of the people who talk about the things that they cannot talk, and it's like it's when you forget all the troubles. This is the idea of the carnivals. So this is a reason is because he managed his own project. He don't want to follow like the normal museum street and be like a normal museum. And this is something that I love because this is a unique museum. You cannot find something similar in all the world. This is a really a communitary museum. So one day the government invited to him to bring this museum to one of the official and rich museum in the city, right? So he don't want it, and he accepted just bring one small part of the museum. When they made this movement, all the cookers leave all the stuff. I mean, for example, you took this big piece of wood, and all the cookers leave the place, and they don't want to go to the museum. So David say that this is the cookers from this museum, and they put in it's part of the exposition now, because they don't want to go to the rich museum. They want to still have it part of the Siloé museum.
Resistance, huh?
Yes, exactly. It's resistance to courage. This is an original base founded on this area. Has original bones from indigenous community a long time ago from this area. It was a really special area a long time ago because it was populated by indigenous, later by the coal miners, and now for this special and happy people. So I will go to the bathroom and we can leave in 5 minutes. You can take pictures of the Samil
Sí.